Hey, what's going on, my fellow collectors? Tonight I am looking at the Batman Animated Series Expression Pack. Very excited to have this one. I'm glad that I never really did pick up this Batman, even though I'm a huge Batman fan. I never did pick up this particular figure when it came out in all the other series, just as a single carded figure. I do have a couple of the other figures from the line, like Harley Quinn, and I think it's just the Harley Quinn actually is all I have from the line. I got that from my daughter. But when I saw that this, I could get this Batman with all this accessories and the different heads and everything, I thought, yeah, now's a good time to jump on it to get this figure. I feel like at least I'm getting my money's worth because they are pretty pricey for the single carded figures for this line. But this is all we get for animated Batman as far as toys. So very cool. But this is the packaging. We get this nice big open window. Shows pretty much everything that comes with the pack, with the figure. Boatload of accessories. You got Batman Animated Series. You got your warning stuff. On top you got Batman Animated Series. On the one side you have just Batman expression packs. Continues the open window all the way around to the side. On the back you got this cool silhouette of Batman, all red. You got the DC logo and some other stuff. On the bottom it's just completely red, and on this side we just get this nice Batman silhouette, and it says Batman Animated Series Expression Pack. So that is the box. We're going to crack this guy open and take a look at the figure and all the accessories that it comes with. Okay, and here he is out of the packaging with all of his accessories. And yeah, it's a little overwhelming how much you do get. I feel like a lot of this is just going to get put back in the box, but it does come with a lot. We get 3 different capes, we get like 7 different heads, we get quite a few little weapons, a bat. Cool thing that I was surprised is it does come with this stand. Really nice clear stand. It has different ports where you can port the stick of the stand in there, and it does hinge at the bottom, does hinge in the middle, hinges at the top, also rotates at the top, and it does clamp, and it is spring loaded. So very cool, very nice little accessory that we get with that. We get a stand, and then we get 3 different capes. We get the one that comes on the figure, which is kind of like a cloth paper material almost, but very nice. They all have this nice black on the back and this nice blue color in the middle, like the TV show. So you get that one, and you get 2 rubber capes. One you see is just kind of like it's just kind of hanging off of him, and the other one kind of has this like wind swoop effect to it. Very nice though, nice sculpting on them. And of course you get the same nice colors. This one's just kind of like plain. Very nice. And as far as accessories, we get quite a bit. We have the 2 fists that come on him. We also have these 2 kind of grabby hands, for various accessories. We have these 2 almost like trigger finger hands for various accessories. And then we have the one that comes with the Batarang already on it, which is cool. But you see the Batarang is just kind of molded in the gray plastic. Not much to it, but it looks like it did. And then we get another Batarang. So that's interesting how they have one in the hand and then we get another one loose. We get this knife, which again is just kind of no real details, just a black handle with a gray molded plastic for the blade. You get a little bit of shape on it. You get this Batarang, which again, nothing to it, but looks like it did in the cartoon. Very cool. You'll get this, which I guess is some kind of a gun or something like that. But again, just molded in the gray plastic. Nothing big, no real fancy sculpting or anything. We do get this gas mask, which is really neat looking. And it has some nice little blue lines painted on it, a little bit of detail throughout it. Very nice. We get this thing, which I am not 100% sure what this is. And forgive me guys, I mean, I'm a huge Batman fan, but I didn't watch a lot of the animated series. Pretty much like the first season when it first came out, I watched it and did not watch it very much after that. But we get this, which is some kind of, you know, goggles or some kind of laser, X-ray, something or other. We have this, which looks like some kind of detonator or some kind of calling mechanism of some sort, and it does have like a red button on it. It doesn't push in or anything like that, but you can tell that that's a button. We get a baseball bat, which is interesting that we get a baseball bat with Batman. But once again, just molded into color, different color right here. You get a little bit of texture for the handle. And then we get all these different face expressions. We get this one, which is kind of, you know, mouth open a little bit, eyes a little bit angry looking. We get this one, which is kind of funny, almost like he's scared or surprised or confused. We get a Bruce Wayne head, which is nice, but when it is on the Batman, it doesn't look very well, and I'll show you guys that. We get this one, which is just kind of like a plain, you know, closed mouth. We get this one, which is more kind of like a gritted teeth mouth, a gritted teeth expression with like very squinted eyes. We get this one, which is the same thing with just the eyes a little bit more wide open. And then the best one, which is the one that I put on the figure, we get this one, which is really cool. We get a little bit of a tear in the mask and we get some blood on it. Very, very cool. So let's take a closer look at this Batman. As you see, the one head sculpt that I have on it is nice. You get this really nice color all throughout. It looks just like it did on the cartoon. Very cool. We get a really nice Batman emblem on there that is actually like raised. Painted very clean and nice in there. Very, very nice. I like that a lot. Get a little bit of sculpting work for his chest and his abs and everything. You get the belt, which looks good. And coming down, you know, you see the paint continues. I mean, they pretty much nailed it, you know, as far as how it looked on the cartoon. So it's nothing too crazy or amazingly sculpted in there or anything like that, but you know, it works for what it is. And this is basically just like the other figures. If you were collecting this line, it's just like the other Batmans in the line. Now, as far as articulation, you do get, you know, full rotation all the way around. You do get a little tiny bit of down, get a little tiny bit of up. Do get a little bit of pivot side to side. The arms go that much, so not really even horizontal. And of course that swivels all the way around. You do just get a bend at the elbow, which really only goes up about that much. It doesn't, oh yeah, it does. Does it hinge at that? It does hinge, or it does swivel, I'm sorry, at the elbow. You do get a swivel and hinge on all the hands. There's nothing, no kind of ab crunch or anything like that in the torso or stomach, but you do get a waist twist cut right above the belt. You get this kind of, you don't really see it too much because of the black, but you can actually see the lines in the articulations, which is a little bit ugly, but I mean, it allows it to go all the way out to the side, horizontal. And you can even see like the cut where that hinge allows it to go up that far. You can get it up about that much, get it back quite a bit, almost all the way back. There's no swivel on that. There is just a single bend at the knee, which gives you that much range. And then for the foot, you have a hinge which brings it all the way down that much up, and you do get a little bit of a pivot in there. So I mean, not the best range, but I mean, you know, you can get them in some dynamic poses. And as far as taking the heads and removing the cape, just pop the head off. So you just have the single ball joint there. So these capes just slide up over like that. You can put another cape on like so, and then choose a head. Let me show you this Bruce Wayne head, because this just looks a little bit on the silly side. Pop the Bruce Wayne head on there. So you see that they made the head almost like, I don't know, the same size as I don't know, it's almost like so much smaller. Like you can even see the chin on the mask version, and then you have the unmasked version, and they made it so much smaller, so it just looks odd on his neck. It just doesn't really fit well on, and makes his neck look really, really long and huge. So very disappointing to get a Bruce Wayne head that you're just not going to use because of how dumb it makes it look. Just makes the neck look ridiculously long. But I mean, it is an option. And that's what the rubber cape looks like on him, which is really nice actually. I like that. And then of course you get this other option of this more like windswept, which is pretty cool because it does come off of his back and give that effect, and it'll hold that. So very nice. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm definitely happy that I got this. It's a very nice figure. You know, for the price point that you're paying for it, I mean, you do get the figure, and then you get all the different expressions. So you got loads of, you know, expression and poses, even though it is a little bit limited in the articulation part of it. But I mean, overall, it's a good looking figure. You know, if you're a Batman animated series fan, you know, you are gonna like this figure just because of the way that it looks, and it does, you know, do a good job of making it look just like it did in the animated series. Now with this cape on him, it makes him back heavy and kind of hard to stand. There we go. And this Batman, measuring him out, he is about a little over 6 inches. So he'll fit in with your other 6-inch scale line that you have in your collection. Oh, he's going to fall over again. Oh, and I also want to mention that you do get 2 instruction pamphlets when you open it up. You get this one, which basically just kind of shows off the other stuff you can get in the series. Even shows the expression pack. Shows his bat wing, which I've seen a couple other guys review. That is badass, just so big. And then you get a little instruction pamphlet just going over the base, going over the capes, how you put it on, and all the interchangeable faces, and how you put the gas mask and the little eye thing on, which, as you can see, just kind of, this is kind of a soft rubber material, but I would be careful yanking on it. I feel like, you know, these could easily break. So you just put it over and scrunch it down over the face like so. And there you go. So I mean, that is cool. It definitely is cool. It's a nice option. And then you got this one, which once again you just kind of pull over the head and pull it down in front of the eyes. And there you go. Put it on kind of sloppy, but you get the picture. So very cool. So yeah, overall guys, it's an awesome figure. I definitely like it. I think you will too if you are a Batman animated series fan. And that is my review, guys. Thank you, and I will catch you on the next review. Take care.